when you think you have exhausted all possibilities, remember this: you have not. Hey there, how's it going, you guys? Thanks for joining me for another episode of Bitcoin and Coffee. I'll be your host, Eugene Forrest. So, what are we looking at today with these crazy cryptocurrency markets? Still below that $4,000 mark. It's a big psychological barrier for a lot of people. You know, we're hearing that we're still in this bear market, right? I'm starting to feel that a little bit more and more as people are talking that we could be swinging to the downside. But then I watched Tone Vays's video this morning. According to him, we're not in that bear trap anymore because we're still at the $4,000. If you want to take his technical analysis as a word of advice on how you're going to do some trading, or if you're just sitting on the sidelines speculating on the price in any way. Besides everyone else telling me what the price is going to do, I know that in the future, Bitcoin is going to do great things. I know that I'm going to do everything I can for Bitcoin because there's a lot more going on here, right, than making a few bucks for our pockets. We're making an entire new infrastructure for money on the internet, which isn't actually controlled by the U.S. government, which, I mean, you know, we hate to say, you know, America's great, or it used to be great, right? That was the slogan, let's make America great again. Well, I mean, if we need to make America great again, then there's problems. And if we're admitting there's problems, maybe we need to go in a different way than giving them the power, right? Maybe we should be giving the power to code. I trust code. I know a lot of millennials trust code, especially when you start, you know, looking at the statistics of the number of millennials that trust in blockchain over banks and, you know, loans and the normal structure that's out there when it comes to currency. We've seen, you know, that the number's increasing, right? Especially as the more of these millennials keep hearing about Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies and taking jobs in the industry as it continues to grow. But you know who's on the sideline continuing her job in this industry? Samantha.
Good morning, everyone.
Are you okay over there, Samantha?
My foot's itchy.
Why is your foot itchy?
I don't. Probably some kind of rando bug just bit me, but whatever.
I love how you just start off our show so random, Samantha.
I try.
So, what are you thinking this morning? You got any thoughts on the cryptocurrency market not really breaking above $4,000? We're not really seeing any slide backwards, but it is a little bit of red when I looked at it a few moments ago. We'll take a look at it here in a second. But I always want your opinion, Samantha, as you're my partner in crime here.
It's good and it's bad. I mean,
should we sell all? I mean, should we sell it for cash? Take whatever losses and whatever gains we have.
No, I think
go get us a CD.
I think it's gonna go up. Don't worry.
Oh, you think it's gonna go up?
Don't worry too much, man. And no, never a CD. I don't even know what you were thinking with that one. Probably get a 401k. You know.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and pull up that Coin Paprika. See what we got going on here in these cryptocurrency markets. See if anyone's making any kind of money today, or if we should all just head over to Drug Wars and continue playing that for free Steam.
All right.
All right. Thank you, Samantha. Ooh, the sun is bright and I can't see. All right, let's see. What do we got going on here at Coin Paprika? Well, it looks like the entire market has slid back 0.14%, so no big deal as we come in at $134 billion. We got that BTC price at $3,967. That's down almost 0.25%, with still holding a 9.6% gain for the week. Ethereum, $148, 0.25% gain. Nice. And I can't see nothing. That's a 20% gain for the week.
Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah. I love that you got our screen like this.
No.
31.9 cents on XRP, and we're looking at a 0.43% loss as we take a 6.1% gain for the week. I mean, as we're looking here, it's all just sliding backwards a little bit. We got Litecoin at $48.88. EOS is holding at $3.83. Nothing big. We got Stellars continuing to gain here. I'm skipping down here through this. I can't see this.
He's doing the ones that that's horrible. The sun was not out. I am so sorry. Well, you can.
And there we go at Steam, 33.6 cents. Not too bad with it taking a 1.23% gain. Still holding 5.3% gains for the week. All right. I mostly wanted to do the screen share today because I came across this website here, and I was checking it out, and it keeps track of all of the Lightning Torch stuff.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of cool.
It was nice putting it all in one space for us. As you can go over here, you can track all the hops on it. I went ahead and put a link to this down there in the descriptions. It's the first one in the tools. You can see what's happening with the newest Twitter feeds. You can see every single person that's had the torch and which place they had it in.
I mean, it's just like the tally fund thing, like the tally coin. Like, it's like, oh, well, you just made it so much easier to be able to see everything.
Right.
Like,
there's, all the places it's been to. There's also a nice little, there's a meme gallery over here. I thought this was pretty cool. So I definitely recommend taking a moment out of your day and checking this out. At least come over and check out all the memes. It'll make you laugh at some point. And this is a big deal, right? I mean, we got news stories about this today. Let me go ahead and stop the screen share here so we can get back to the backyard. And there's that. And let me pull out the chat here for Samantha so she can see who we're talking with today.
And now the sun's gone. That's cool.
Partially cloudy day is what makes Florida so beautiful right now. I'm enjoying it. It's short and t-shirt weather. I mean, I'm thinking about going and riding the bike later on today. I mean, it's a beautiful looking weekend here. I couldn't be happier today. I mean, even though the price ain't really where we want it to be, we're not up to that 6K where, we were feeling a little comfortable there for a bit. Yeah.
It'll get there. It'll be fine.
It will get there. I mean, it's going to $1 million according to John McAfee.
Well, I mean, he has a lot riding on it. I don't think I would have said, man, I'll give you my ovaries.
Somebody who talks so much about Thai lady boys in interviews, I don't think is very concerned about eating his own manhood.
Okay.
So who do we got hanging out with us in the chat today? Of course, you guys are one of the most important part of this show. I would love you guys to communicate with Samantha. Let us know what you got going on, or at least just say, hey, let us know you're here. And of course, one of the main reasons we're out here is to answer cryptocurrency questions. Go ahead, put them in the chat. Let me know what you got going on. As always, I know a lot about Bitcoin. The other altcoins, my knowledge is lacking a little bit. But of course, I've been here in the space for 3 years. So of course, I know all the high school dramas, ins and outs.
All right. So we have Andy Anderson. We have Toon. She said Andy. She also caught Tone Vase this morning. I know, right?
I know, he was up nice and early.
You think somebody can't look more like a douchebag, and then it just happens. I literally thought the Caesar haircut was the top of douchebag, and nope, it's not. I know. All right. So Andy Anderson says, make Bitcoin great again, right? Paul Rouleau is here. He says, happy Saturday.
Good morning, Paul. Thanks for joining us as always.
Bitcoin Jake is here.
Bitcoin Jake, buddy.
Our Rafterman, and our Rafterman gave us a $1 super chat already.
Our Rafterman.
Thank you.
Thank you for contributing. He's always donating that money. You know why? Because every 90 days, we seem to be going to an EDM festival. We're heading out there. We're passing out Bitcoin flyers. We're trying to turn people onto Bitcoin. One music festival at a time is the new slogan we're coining here. If you guys don't know who I am, if you didn't see the video, I posted it yesterday. It's only 9 minutes and 45 seconds. I didn't want to make it too long, so it's easy for everybody to watch. If you can't stand the music, just hit the mute button. I tried to play the first song as something that everybody could be okay with. It does get a little harder, but it was hard to find music to go with the way that everybody was moving.
Yes, when you have the whole group, yeah. Yes, and I mean, yes, the radio station songs don't work. It's all like, wow, everybody's super intense.
Besides that, please give it the thumbs up, share it out. I mean, it lets people know why we're out here. Of course, it's one of the new products that we're adding to the channel. As we're a nonprofit organization, we're not putting any of this money in our pocket, that comes in through the, super chats and the donational addresses and the tally fund that I should have up later on today. It all goes back to the proceeds of continuing to keep this YouTube channel running, keeping the help desk going, which me and Samantha are providing, and also getting us out to those festivals and paying for the flyers and the tickets and the gas and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, Bitcoin Jake says he's still suspended on Twitter and that John McAfee follows him on Twitter.
Really?
Right?
Nice. Nice.
Yeah, we were watching, I think it was crypto, but that, yes, they thought you were a bot of some sort, so they suspended you. That is horrible.
I mean, I'm still playing Drug Wars because Jake here turned it on to me. That's why I call this a community. We all talk with each other. And it's always the little stuff that you never really know about.
It's always cool when you're like, oh, what? I didn't know about that wallet or that DAP or that what? And
But
then you go and find it.
I'm making a Steam a day, and it's just a little game that I have that pops open on my browser. This cryptocurrency space is emerging faster than any one person can keep track of it. That's why we have to have these groups where we're out here interacting and helping each other and we're all scanning through the data. And when we find something good, it's like a flag, and we hold it up and we tell everyone, hey, you guys got to come over here and get on this.
You want to check this out? Because I think this is cool. Yeah.
So, of course, always try to communicate with us, and we'll always try to communicate with you guys.
We have Crypto Shrugged author here. He says, good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, buddy. It's nice seeing you out here. We really do appreciate you guys as a community.
Oh, Bitcoin Jake was saying that you could load a prepaid paper wallet with like $1 to $5 on it or something for the fun. Okay, now this is what the dilemma, and we have thought of this because we don't want to like just have Satoshis lost into the world of nothing, because like I said, like I personally have lost stuff because I didn't care at the time when I made the wallet to actually save private keys and stuff like that. Like I was just like, oh yeah, skip, we're good. Yep, okay. So, but I was thinking there is like we could have our flyers, like a flyer that has, the crap for whatever we're going to pick this time, because we're still wondering, we think we're switching going with Coinbase and stuff like that. But then possibly a smaller amount of another flyer, so that when we get people that are more interested, or we get where we've seen them more often and we know they've taken, because that was the other thing, is a lot of people we were seeing, I saw at EDC, like we were all like, what? Those are the same people. So maybe have a smaller amount that has stuff actually loaded on it, like just $1 or something, but only to the people that do actually seem more interested. But I don't know, because yes, it is like, I don't want to just give it away and it be gone.
I don't know, Samantha. I mean, I've had a lot of these different kinds of ideals too when it comes to how to go about doing this. And at this moment, with the amount of funding we have and with the amount of viewers and subscribers and stuff we have on the YouTube, our efforts are only going to be so impactful. And I guess without actually being able to pay for a vendor's booth to actually have a location to where we could actually communicate with the people better, I wouldn't want to have a situation of handing out cryptocurrency to people not knowing whether or not they understand what they're receiving and how to hold it properly. Because otherwise then I'm just sending crypto to the internet. I mean, there is all of these options we've heard about texting it through the phone.
Bitcoin Jake is saying, he was saying, just make your own paper wallet so that you could even keep like a backup of the private keys, so that like if in a year or so, or however long, I guess we would do.
I have thought that too,
that we could take it back.
I wouldn't want to be that guy, because what if someone actually kept some crypto?
Right. Like they were like 5 years later, they were like, oh, let me see. Oh, it's gone. Well, yeah, it's gone because it took you 5 years, dude. Like, really?
I mean, I've thought of that too, but you know what I mean? It does feel, I never want to be
the yo-yo coin.
Right.
Yes.
I always try to be upfront and honest with you guys, and I have no ill intent or scammy anything going on here with me. And I want to always make sure that I'm on the up and up, because my public appearance in the crypto space, I want to keep reputable.
That's when you put a little disclaimer saying, if not redeemed within.
If not redeemed within 180 days. That's not bad. I like that.
But I'm just saying, then it's like, hey, now we know, and it's happening. We have a new person. Sherry says, good morning.
Sherry.
Hi, Sherry.
Thanks for joining us.
Bitcoin Jake says, 1 Steam a day. Nice. Did you put anything with Steam or just the free play? Oh, Eugene's, I think just, you did a little. You did.
A little bit with it. I don't know. I'm also continuing to upgrade to move the game along. You guys got to go over there and check it out. I don't have a link to it down below. I'll have to go ahead and put one after the show for it. But yeah, it's not bad. I've been doing a lot with the heist. I've been donating all of the extra drugs that I accumulate. And
I love that it's drug, alcohol, weapons. Wow, awesome. The three.
Right. So I donate the extra drugs to go into the heist, and then with
that makes sense. What else would you do with like extra drug turnover? More crime, of course.
Depths are amazing, right? So what else are we going to talk about today? I didn't really see a lot with the news that I wanted to talk about. The biggest news article that I saw out there, or something that you guys know me, Lightning Coin fanboy, Fidelity.
Yes.
They took the torch
Yes.
yesterday. You can go over to that torch page that I was just showing you guys.
After the chat yesterday, we were like, what? We didn't look. And we did. And
yep.
bam.
They were the 229th torch bearer. Okay.
Nice.
They're the first bank to take the torch. So, I mean, if there was a question on whether or not institutional investors and banks and all of this. So this happened yesterday. They took it for 3.64 million Satoshis, which is about $142. It was the research team in Applied Technics. I mean, and this was their first Bitcoin Lightning transaction.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, this is great, right? I mean, this is the intended purpose of the torch. It definitely is piquing a lot of interest as it goes around. You know, the big sentiment at the moment is whether or not Elon Musk is going to, have to FOMO into this.
They are so trying to make that man feel guilty, embarrassed, something, ashamed, any of the bad words.
So, I mean, you guys know I like Lightning Network, and this has even made me push further into the Lightning Network. I've even downloaded the Blue Wallet now because everyone is talking about it. I do like it better.
Yes, because Josh was asking, and we had watched a couple tutorials and stuff like that, and then you were like, screw it, let me just download it and see what it is. And it does have some stuff that the other ones that we have downloaded does not.
Right, because we were using the wallet of Satoshi for Lightning Network.
And that is very cool.
And that's a send and receive wallet, so I thought that was a big plus because they were one of the first ones out there in a beta version. But now with the Blue Wallet coming out, I like the QR codes for
the invoice things. Yes, that is super easy. Real nice.
The new feature that I'm noticing today is that you're capable of bringing Bitcoins that are held up on a Lightning transaction or in a Lightning node. You can bring them back to the Bitcoin main net.
Yes.
So that is a big plus right there. So if you had, you know what I mean, you could put out Lightning, you could collect payments in it, and you could still bring it back to Bitcoin to be able to cash it out through Coinbase or Gemini or whatever way that you do. If you use a debit card, you take it to your bank account or your PayPal or whatever. Because, of course, bills got to be paid in cash a lot of times.
But it is not, I don't know. Yes, it is very nice.
It helps make that was what I keep talking about, making the network fully rounded for people that are not tech savvy, who are on the go, who are always using mobile apps and, web browsers and their laptops. And this completes the network here with the Blue Wallet having this. So now with my cell phone wallet app, I have the Lightning Network and the Bitcoin network, and I can transact between the two. So, I mean, boom, big plus right there. Just got to get grandma to install the app now, right?
Right. I mean, my grandma can't even text, so she is probably not going to be the grandma. But, there are quite a few that are more tech savvy. Your grandfather, who, I mean, he's just as old as my grandmother, actually would be able to use this kind of crap.
My grandfather is tech savvy.
Yes.
He was the one that turned me on to technology. He got me a computer way back in 1993, 1994 with dial-up and 14 4K modems. And, I mean, where it was like an AST where the thing was all one box.
I mean, I was in high school when my family first got our first house computer. So, I mean, yeah, obviously technology did not matter to them as much. It was like 1999 or something, 2000. Whew. All right. Digi Irby is here now.
JT Irby, thanks for joining us as always, my man. I appreciate everybody coming out here. I mean, that's what makes this, is that you guys coming out here, you guys hitting the thumbs up button, you guys sharing this out, because we got a community where we're trying to prevent scams. We're trying to get a grassroots movement going to spread Bitcoin awareness, because it is taking off. And I have heard from people in the past saying, oh, Bitcoin awareness isn't going to happen. This is why they've moved on to altcoins. And I mean, yes, you guys did do something in the past, because that's how I got turned on to it, right? And here I am turning it other people on, and just like, it's going to start small. You're only one seed will make two seeds will make three seeds, but eventually the whole forest will be growing. And that's where we're getting to now, is that we're getting a lot of bloomage in the hard work that's been done for 10 years. I mean, Bitcoin has been out here every single day for 10 years, validating transactions, proving censorship resistant, proving hack resistant, proving that you can have money that is not based on trust of a government or a third party or somebody who you're saying has more power or intellect or anything than you do. Because in crypto, you are your own bank and you have monetary sovereignty. And it took me a while to really understood what monetary sovereignty meant. And that meant that as long as I hold a Bitcoin wallet, I am like an independent country of my own. I have my own wealth and nobody can take it from me. Nobody can do anything.
Utopia?
Utopia.
Yeah.
And he is rich in crypto. Hey, maybe someday in the future I will be as rich as some small countries because they won't have crypto.
Right? You never know. I'm hoping someday I get to buy like a really small island. I'm okay with it literally being like where you can see to the other end of it. Yeah. That's all I want. And I'm good. I don't care. It could be Southeast Asia. It could be, you know, side of Cuba. I don't care. Wherever.
So what do we got? Anybody in the chat hanging out with us? Anybody got any questions? Anybody want to talk about anything in particular? I guess in this week in review type of situation.
Let's see. Bitcoin Jake says he loves the blue wallet. That they also follow him on Twitter.
Awesome.
And that they are very easy. He also says he thinks he might be done with Coinbase. And
it happens. We all get there. I think you're the only one who still has a Coinbase account, Samantha.
I do. Because I just know the man sucks and that the man knows everything I do anyway. So, you know, it's fine. I know every terms and agreement on everything means I'm literally saying, yes, you get to spy on me. So I'm okay with it.
I mean, we only got a few more months until we'll get our son a Coinbase account.
Yeah.
He'll be 18.
Yeah. JT Irby says, Cash App is okay. Apparently Tune enjoys using the Cash App.
Awesome.
And Bitcoin Jake loves coding. He says he's been learning Python for 2 weeks now. Yeah.
Nice. I had stopped and started learning some Python for a while. I mean, it's not as hard as you think it is. It's one of those mental blocks. You think coding and it's going to be something big and scary and complicated. And it's really not. It's just, you know, shorthand writing and a little algebra.
Yeah, he's like, it's like QBasic, Java, and C++ all put together. Hey, Kitty, how about you not mess with the wire? Yeah, you did some of the C++ stuff and some of the whatever, the Java crap, I remember. And I was like, okay, I don't know what that is. Goodbye. Like, you were talking and reading and
stuff. I've been dabbling in tech for 30 years, so.
Listen, I, at one point, yes, way back in, like, yeah, either middle school or the very beginning of high school, I made a dolphin that wiggled, okay? Like a very pixelated, awesome little dolphin that wiggled. And that's all of the coding I was able to do, white and black.
So did anybody else catch the box mining video this morning where he's talking about Binance and the DEX and his opinions and thoughts on it? And then he calls out Crypto Chino and saying, you know, that he wasn't a fanboy or being sponsored. I don't know. I mean, it's a complicated situation. I don't know if I necessarily liked how he's like, Binance is going to try to make as much money as they possibly can off this DEX. I mean, yes, realistically, they're going to. But that in itself, you know, leads towards the idea of the lack of the decentralization. To me, I see it possibly as a conspiracy theory of, let us start this so-called decentralized exchange. Let's get us a lot of volume. Let's get us a lot of activity on it. And we'll siphon as much money off of it as we can because we'll really be controlling it behind the curtain until regulation comes to be too much, until there's big hacks that go through it, until we're looking at getting slapped down with money laundering fees and charges like we're starting to see a lot of the banks get. And then they're going to be like, whoa, this is decentralized. Yeah. We only run 11 of the blah, blah, blah nodes. We only own 40-something%.
Yeah, we have 1,000 and something plus witness nodes. You can see, whatever. Yeah,
but I think they're going to keep their hands on the reins.
Yeah.
Until the very last minute. And I mean, it's going to be a problem, but hopefully somebody else will come along, rip off what they got going on, put it somewhere else. You know, just as people are making claims to them ripping off.
I mean.
All right. I mean, people wanted me to share more thoughts, and I mean that's a little bit more thoughts out here on what I think could be happening with the Binance stuff. But you know, my thoughts long term: buy Bitcoin, hold Bitcoin. Bitcoin's going to the moon. Do everything I can to make Bitcoin amazing, and the rest of the stuff is bathroom gossip at high school. You know, it's fun to talk about. It's fun to play around with and have. But at the end of the day, you got to do your homework. You got to go to class, and that's the Bitcoin stuff.
Yeah, I mean, thanks to the world and the way everybody's brains work now, you can pretty much tinfoil conspiracy anything now. So it is like, yes, you can't just take one or even a bunch of people saying that one thing is or is not something. I mean, the only thing that I did like out of the box mining was that he was like, that, you have to do your own due diligence. You don't get to sit here and watch YouTubers talk crap about each other or whatever and really believe that that is all of it.
Right.
So, okay. I mean, yes, I think he is slightly biased to Binance and to Tron and to a few other Chinese-based things. Is that necessarily bad? No, I mean, whatever, okay? I mean, people have sponsorships that they don't talk about, do talk about, have little clips for, the whole 9 yards. It's just, you just have to, you don't get to sit there and just watch a 10-minute video and say, of course, that man did all the work, that's the answer. You just have to do your own research.
Personal responsibility, Samantha?
Yeah.
All right.
Dude.
Thanks for the lecture.
Why not? All right. Let me see. Yeah, our Raptorman said, I'd love to have a meetup. I know, right? We need to, I don't know. We can. We're kind of close to a big city because no one would want to come anywhere near where we're actually at.
I think we'd probably get the most action if we went to St. Augustine. I mean, yeah, Gainesville is fairly big, and there's a lot of college students, which I've thought about. But I mean, you guys watched the Simpsons episode, right? I mean, that kind of says it all about Gainesville. I'm glad that we're not in the city.
They didn't even say all that much. They were just so unhappy that they were there, and it's like, bump. Yeah. Yeah. Sadly,
the homeless are everywhere there.
Yes.
Yes. I mean, you cannot drive down the streets of Gainesville without seeing the homeless on all the corners.
Ugh. All right. Toon says that, where is it? Oh, it's a hobby for her, too, to do, like, computer stuff. Yeah, I suck at it, but yeah. And she says, until AI makes my life so much easier. I know, right? AI.
We just want them to, we want to talk and them understand.
I still like the little Google ball and Amazon balls and the whatevers. You know, the shit that talks to you. Those things. Yeah, they're amazing. Oh, Sherry says that she has a lot of family in Florida.
Oh, I mean, that's awesome.
I personally, I like Florida, but yes, it is either you love it or you hate it kind of an idea, and that's about it. But we also stay away from a lot of the people that are in Florida. Oh, Bitcoin Jake says I really started getting into computers in 2005 and got into Bitcoin in 2015. Right? Ooh, so you got a stockpile, I hear. Okay. IM4IM says, hey guys, what did I miss? What did I miss? Nothing.
Just well, you know, us. Man. Trying to figure out what this week in Bitcoin really meant.
Oh, how was your kid with the surgery?
Oh, right.
Yes. Because there was a couple you were popping in, but then you were saying you were going back to the hospital. So I hope everything worked out amazing and everything's good. I have, thank God, not had to have surgery yet in my life, and neither have you. So, whew.
You came close when you broke your hand there and they wanted to put the pins in.
Lots of pins. That was awesome.
So I don't really have any more. That's all I wrote down to talk about today, to try to maybe incite a little bit of conversation as we continue to get out here and talk about cryptocurrency and spread the movement and Bitcoin awareness.
I don't know. I feel like it's, I don't know if I want to say like crypto spray. It feels like it's getting renewed. Like that there is a lot of really good potentials of things happening that are very good for Bitcoin, for Litecoin, for the Lightning Network, for like there's quite a few that have taken this entire year and it sucked. And they are literally now coming out with stuff where it's like, ooh, that could be game changing.
And we keep reading about this, that during the so-called crypto winter, that everyone that was, dedicated to this, they buckled down, they did hard work, and now we're starting to see the fruits of it. And I mean, one of the big ones, Lightning Coin or Lightning Network, right? I keep talking about it, is that when it first came out, they didn't understand it. They weren't sure if it was going to work. There was speculation on whether or not it was going to be able to actually do what it was supposed to do and be able to not get hacked, right? And now that's getting to be less of a question, right? I mean, and the torch passing is really starting to bring up awareness on this. And now we're starting to see a lot of YouTubers talking about the blue wallet. That's what got me trying it here, right? And once we get it spread across the entire cryptocurrency community that the Lightning Network is working, that you can utilize it, once we start seeing some of these major exchanges having Lightning Bitcoin deposit addresses, I mean, the price of Bitcoin, you were not going to be able to stop from factoring this in.
Yes.
And I think that, we talked about $20,000 was the factoring in of an ETF.
Yeah.
And then it didn't happen. It's a possible pullback.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I've heard lots of stuff, so I know that we're going to be complaints. Have we factored in Lightning Network yet? Is that part of it? I mean, or is this another one that it's not going to be factored in until it's here, until it's operating, because the speculation on it was so...
Yeah, like now everybody, I don't know, has that like cried wolf kind of feel, like that. Okay, so yeah, everything was amazing, and it really wasn't. So what am I going to do now? Do I really want to... I mean, I don't know if it is going to take till literally... everyone is talking about, like the blue wallet, or everybody is talking about whatever to make it actually have a push, and it'd be like, oh, so it's not crap? Wait, it's actually, it's function. Hold on. Like,
well, I mean, if you look at it in like statistics, okay, there's 100% of the market, and then you see that 51% is, Bitcoin, right? And then how many of that, because the percentage of Bitcoin that is the market is based on how many people are supporting Bitcoin, right? Because that's what supports the price. How many of them are supporting the Lightning Network? Giving you kind of an idea of how many people in the cryptocurrency space are actually dedicated to the Lightning Network and what's happening on it. And then from there, drop down to how many are actually developing and running Lightning nodes. We're talking about a small percentage of the cryptocurrency community, but like we've seen before, it only takes 10% of a community to be able to make a push.
So Bitcoin Jake says that he has some Python scripts for Drug Wars if you'd like to hit him up. I'm just saying. Okay. I am says, thanks. So much better that his kid missed 2 weeks of school. But, yeah. I mean, I think that's yeah.
It's only school. I mean, health and happiness are always first and foremost.
And Sherry says that she's never been there before, but she's coming to Florida soon, apparently.
Oh.
It's going to be a nice area. Don't worry. It should be not. I don't know, the most humid and the most hot if you get here relatively soon.
I mean, personally, I'm looking forward to Bike Week next month.
We have Paul in Las Vegas. He says, just want to say hi from Las Vegas.
Awesome.
And ask you if you've heard about Domino's accepting BTC as a payment. Yes.
Domino's is accepting BTC via the Lightning Network with a third party. There's actually a link to it down below in the description. It says get pizza with Lightning Network.
Yep. And he says when Bitcoin hits 100K, I will come down to Florida and treat everyone to a pizza and coffee party.
If you actually go check out that website,
food is still my thing.
Though it's not as quite what you think it is, because that's what happens a lot is people talk about these things, but they actually don't go over there and check them out. I do check these things out. It only lets you, like, your order selection is very limited because you are ordering through a third party. You have to order 2 items, and they're both $5.99, and there's like 6 or 7 different items.
I think it's their they're whatever that. Like lunch, like those items that are the 2 for $10 things or whatever, it's that menu. But I mean, that's still a lot. I'm good. I'm okay with that. I mean, I was trying to convince him to use the $13 that are stuck on my Satoshi like for forever now. Yes, since we heard about it. It's okay though. It'll happen.
It's our Lightning Network Bitcoin that we've been using for all of our test stuff because we were one of the first people to get tipping on Twitter. So, of course, I mean, you guys should go out and get that now that more people are getting it. I'm noticing a lot more people are actually starting to use it to go tipping other people on Twitter, even if it is just a Satoshi. I mean, we talked about when Bitcoin goes to $1 million, a Satoshi's a penny.
So, Toon says, yes, the Google Assistant speakers are better conversationalists than the Alexas. Oh, my Lord. I love it. I love it. I don't want to talk to a little ball, but I love that it does talk.
We were going to get one, and then Samantha decided that she didn't want it in the house because she thought the NSA would be listening.
Oh, dude, I know they are. Like, hello, terms and conditions.
I'm sorry for throwing you under the bus on that one, but we don't have one. She won't allow it. She doesn't want the house to have a microphone on 24/7.
I know they already have my range of my cell phone speaker and everything else. It's like, why do I want to, like, bump the little bug system up? Not saying that I talk about like crazy crap or anything, I swear. I'm just saying.
I love that you search stuff on Google and that it shows up on my cell phone
I love it too.
in the news feed of stuff that you may be
Yep.
interested
It's all
in.
like, so you were checking out turkey antibiotics. And he'll literally look at me and be like, so when did you look this up? I'm like, oh, cool. So it made it all the way to your Google feed. Awesome. Awesome. Thanks. Oh, okay. I am for I am says, so I think, I'm thinking of creating a coin, a better version of Bitcoin Hex. That I'm working on the white paper now.
Okay.
We've never known anybody who's created a coin. That would be kind of cool there.
Well, you'll have to keep us up to date. Give us an exclusive when you're ready to release it. Maybe it'll bring some viewers over to the channel.
Right?
If you want to know about this coin, you got to come to Bitcoin and Coffee.
He's the only one I've designated as, besides myself, being able to talk. Oh, he says, FYI, I am retired thanks to crypto, so he has got lots of time on his hands.
Awesome. It's always good to hear about people that crypto helps free up their life because, that's what our end goal really is nobody should have to work 40, 50 hours a week for their entire lives to be able to, keep a roof over their head and food to eat and a car to drive. Well, I mean, honestly, what I really want to do is I want to hang out on my land with my family and my hobbies. And I mean, I don't need $1 million stuff to be able to keep me happy.
Yeah, I mean, we're pretty minimalist. I don't know how it happened in life, but
we were humbled.
Yeah.
Have a kid at 18 and 19, right? That'll do that for you.
I mean, poverty is not always fun.
What do we got going on in the chat? Anything at all? Or should we start wrapping up the show, going through some end credits? As always, if there's something you guys want to talk about, please put it in the chat. I will never cut a show short if there's something you want to talk about. We're here for you guys, right? We make you guys part of our daily lives. We have friends, but you guys are our best friends. We care about cryptocurrency. The same stuff you're thinking and you're into is the same stuff we're thinking and we're into. We have to go punch that 9 to 5 clock once again, like everyone else, in order to make the money because crypto isn't quite like it used to be. But at the same time, we all are not giving up, right? Crypto is coming back. Crypto does have a bright future. We have to ride the ups and the downs with it. We are super early investors. And I mean, you're not going to get something for nothing, right? If you think that cryptocurrency is going to make a difference in your life down the road, you're going to have to make sacrifices, either financially to collect the cryptocurrency or not selling it during the downtime, realizing and thinking long term and not just flooding out.
I mean, those are really the only two real ways. I mean, it is to be like your own bank and hold it like a CD or hold it like, bonds, things like that, that literally have a very definite time structure. But on your own, like you saying, I'm not touching this for a year or 2 years, which is incredibly hard for most people, or trying to make money off of it.
We watched crypto yesterday, right?
Yes.
And he slightly towards the end gave the recommendation to grab and pick up some alts because, you want to be ready for altcoin season. And I mean, yes, it's nice when it happens. I'm not saying I haven't been there. Dash did it for me. It's what helped me get my first Bitcoin. But it didn't happen for a lot of people, right? So you never really want to recommend that. I mean, how can you tell where it's going to be?
Yeah, it's still that lottery, like, luck of the roll.
I wouldn't want to see somebody put their only $500 and think that they're going to make more money because they don't understand the space and buy some altcoin because they were slightly conned into it, thinking that it is something better than what it is, thinking that it's going to pop and it not pop.
Yeah.
When if you bought Bitcoin with that same exact amount of money and you held long term, it would have made a difference in your life.
Yeah. I mean, see, that is the problem where when we start looking back at it, it's like, oh man, that was so much more. It's that same concept, the whole where you're afraid of looking back because everything costs so much more because, Bitcoin's price was so much more. It's that same concept as if you didn't spend it, you would have it. I mean, but you have to hold through times like this. And this is the very longest so far of everybody having to figure out to hold past this. And then when is it going to be again the miraculous number you need it to be that you bought it with? Like what, when?
I mean, not everybody's the Winkles. I mean,
Well, actually, absolutely nobody else except the Winkles are the Winkles.
Samantha likes the Winkles.
I do. Besides that, they look like really upper white class veal men. I mean,
I think that's why you like them.
They have, yeah, they like they look like they're out of Abercrombie and Finch on a like freaking crew boat. Yes, yes.
I guess I need to hit the gym for you, hon.
Oh God, no. I think they're creepy, but I like them. I like them, and they're creepy. It's all sorts of fascinating.
All right. So did anybody come up with any questions in the chat, or should I just go ahead and run through the end credits and let you guys go on and enjoy the rest of your weekend?
All right. So, where is it? Ah. Oh, okay. Apparently, Bitcoin Jake says he's been working on a coin too, on and off. Yeah.
We all just need to get our own coins. Bitcoin and coffee coin. Sponsored on Waves, right?
Oh, but yes. All right, we're good.
We're good.
4am says I went from a Bitcoin max list to Dash and to others, and now back into BTC. That crypto allowed him to be a stay-at-home dad. I mean, that is really cool.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's nice when the money is not. It doesn't stand in the way of the stuff that you want to do with your life. I mean, that's why we got this going on.
We've been on both sides of the fence. I think that's why we were capable of seeing some of this. You know, we've been in the situation where crypto gave us the ability. You know, we're not stay-at-home people. We didn't get that much off crypto, but we were able to go from having to rent because we can never accumulate enough money to be able to put a down payment on this place, this land that we own now.
Having like a car problem being like a big problem because we didn't have any kind of nest egg savings, things like in case.
Mm-hmm.
And now we do. And it is. The peace of mind is a little bit, I mean, it is pretty good. I'm very happy with where we're at on that.
I remember that being below the line meant to me that money always meant more than personal feelings.
Yeah.
And now on the other side, it's like you can give a little more with the money to allow for the feelings. You know, either like, I don't know, it's hard to put into exact words, but like, okay, let's go spend some time and see my sister. Where before it would have been, oh, that's extra gas money and taking her out to eat. That's extra money that we really don't have. But those things, you'll remember them in the long run.
Yeah.
You know, you'll remember the time you had lunch with your sister, you know, on a nice Saturday afternoon at the beach over where you spent it on paying the phone bill.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. You never remember that as a fond
my
memory.
phone was on for the month of March in 2019.
I remember that was just freaking awesome. I took a picture while I was in there paying it because it was such a good time.
All right, you guys.
Oh, okay. So June says that she also enjoys the Winkles. So there we go. I think it might just be a female thing in general.
Crypto women.
Yeah, right.
Crypto women love the Winkles.
Paul Rouleau gave us a $5 super chat and said, smash the like.
Paul Rouleau, thank you. Yes, everybody, please hit the thumbs up button. You guys know that we're constantly trying to convince you of this because it lets everybody else know that we're here and that we're producing good content. It's what lets YouTube share us out. We are a fringe channel, so it takes a lot of motivation to get them to even push those notifications. But if you hit the bell, maybe you'll get it.
Jake says he calls them the Winklevi. It's like the hippopotami, you know, when you have multiples. Oh my God, that's all I'm thinking of is that horrible Shirley Temple song now. The hippopotamus for Christmasness. Okay.
All right, you guys. As always, I have all kinds of links, tools, and affiliation codes down below. There's also links to all the other social media that I post to. The best thing I have is, I'm going to say my Twitter now because nobody really uses my email address, but it's still there. It's eugeneforrest20@gmail.com. You can hit me up on my email, or you can come over, follow me on Twitter, hit me up there. I always ask, please hit the thumbs up, share this video out to your own social media, or come on over to the other social media that I post to and give them the heart, the like, the thumbs up, whatever it is, because that's a great way to be able to help out the channel as we collect these alternative cryptocurrencies, because there's a bull market and it's in the distance. And when that happens, maybe these tribes or steams or mines will be worth something and we can buy some nice setup here and be able to bring you guys the quality that you guys would really appreciate. We could use mics. We can always use more cameras or a better camera, headphones, things like that, right? But as we tell you guys, this is not for profit. Hopefully later on today, I'll have the tally fund up. We're going to be starting to fundraise for Sunset Music Festival.
Tampa.
It's going to be in Tampa, May 25th and 26th. So we're looking at about 90 days from now. I try to put it 90 days out, and I usually try to ask It usually starts off at 900, and I bring it down little by little as money comes in through the Google AdSense across the 3 months, and we also receive donations through PayPal. But of course, the best way to keep track of it is the tally fund.
Yes. Yeah, I think that's it. Right.
Besides that, you got anything else? Well, we won't be here tomorrow.
No.
And Monday, we might have an evening episode, so you're going to have to hit the notification about.
Yes, because we're not sure what time that be.
Samantha has taken a new job. Yes. Right, Samantha? Yes. She's going back to house cleaning because it makes her happier than factory work. I guess I have to keep doing that by myself. But it's okay. I'm glad for Samantha who's getting back out there. You'll be making more money. I know that. So as Samantha moves off into her career change, I'm not sure when we're going to be able to do it because Samantha has a morning job. So we will be bringing you episodes. We will try our best. They just may be evening episodes. They might be joining me for that after work cup of coffee instead of that morning cup of coffee. But as always, we love you guys, and you guys are the most important thing to us. And no matter what anyone writes me or what happens to the cryptocurrency price or markets, we're going to be here.
We will be here.
Me and Samantha are ride or die. You guys can be our ride or die too. Remember to keep your BTC safe. We love you guys.
Bye, guys.
Later.